Now, one thing that I'm in for is I'm going to be playing some Borderlands 3 cross-play coming soon. Wait, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I want to play some cross-play with Ryan right away here. I'm on PC. He's on PlayStation. We're going to rip some games. And what's going on?
So this was crazy. Borderlands, I think via Randy Pitchford. Randy Pitchford, everyone's favorite developer, has never been up to some sus things ever in his life. Everyone's favorite sus developer, Randy Pitchford. But he tweeted out, and I think the one I saw, he might have even retweeted an official Borderlands tweet. But essentially, he got out there that Borderlands is getting crossplay, but not for PlayStation, due to what we talked about earlier. We talked about when we discussed there was like the legal proceedings of when Epic was suing Apple. It came out that Sony is the only company that charges money for crossplay. So Borderlands, if you go and like look up like Google Trends, Borderlands is not popping off. Like Borderlands has a niche player base, or it's definitely not dead, but it's not alive either. It's hanging on. It's doing okay. So they wanted to introduce crossplay. That's great. Probably going to see a little bit of a boost in the player base now because your friends will probably get back on that haven't been playing so they can play with each other. But they opted to just not have to pay Sony. And so the PlayStation version will not have crossplay. So Xbox and PC can play with each other. And that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
that's
so
crazy.
It raises some questions. There's a couple different scenarios that could have played out here. One of them could be that literally Sony said, all right, here's the price tag. You want to activate crossplay on our platform. This is the price tag we give everybody. And it's possible 2K looked at that and they're like, nah, man, that's stupid. Screw you guys. Guess what? We're gonna make you guys look terrible because now we're gonna have to tell our fans, oh, Sony wouldn't let us do it. That's one possibility. Another possibility is 2K looks at that price tag and says, our player base is small. How valuable is crossplay actually going to be? Is it really going to be worth that price tag for our game? Are we going to see any real return on that investment? It might less. I don't think it's worth it, guys.
I can't see their sales.
And they said, no,
being
thank you,
enough to make
Sony.
up for it. Like it's not like they're selling more copies right now.
And it's not like, compared to Destiny, you're always playing with people. Strikes, Crucible, whatever, you're playing with people. Whereas in Borderlands 3, you can very easily a lot of people just play solo. And yeah, so it's more of a single player game anyways compared to something like that. So it's like crossplay is nice, but like why would you pay for it? Like I can see them maybe like Gearbox wanting to do it and they bring it to corporate and they're like, well, we're not going to pay for it. And they're like, why don't we just do Xbox and PC? And they're like, okay. So at the end of the day, it just makes Sony look bad. Because it's like, Sony will then come out. Just remember this, because Sony will come out next time it wants to reveal something. And Sony, power to the players. Power to the players, Sony. It's like, no. Like
power to our players.
Power to our bottom line. Like, screw the players, right? Because it's very anti-consumer. Like, why can't you play with someone on? It's not like it's just over the internet. It doesn't cost Sony anything. What do they think is going to happen?
They're like Nintendo. They're like in the dark ages of.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
But they're a behemoth, and it's like, when are they going to start seeing any hurt to their revenue that's going to make them reconsider that?
Well, interesting you say that, because like there's definitely a push in terms of PC gaming. PC gaming is getting more and more popular, getting more and more affordable. There's, we know some people who do like custom made PCs, like the power GPU person and stuff. Like they went from very small to blowing up pretty fast. Yeah. The market for well-built gaming PCs is definitely growing, right? And so it's like, why? It's even less reason to buy a console if I can't even. If Sony's going to lock me into only playing with people in consoles, why wouldn't I buy a PC or an Xbox? If I buy an Xbox, I can play with my PC friends, right? I just don't think. I think it's going to hurt Sony at the end of the day.
Yeah. Just to clarify, some people in chat seem to be confused. We're talking about specifically Borderlands crossplay. Yeah, so this isn't going to affect this. This doesn't. I mean, Destiny,
Bungie must have paid.
Apex, they already paid.
Bungie must have paid for it. They paid Sony whatever it was. I don't know how much.
It will impact other games. Like if a little indie dev wants to come and get crossplay everywhere, they have to pay Sony, and it is pretty prohibitive. And that's the thing is like Xbox and PC. That's if you're gonna be a little indie dev, that's where you're going. You're gonna put it on Steam. You're gonna release it on PC, on Xbox, get it on the Game Pass, maybe. Like I don't know, but it seems like at least you can have one of the consoles and PC playing together all the time because of Microsoft. But PlayStation, they really put a divide there, and I mean. The PlayStation market is big. And so obviously you want to tap into it, but not at the cost of like 30% of your revenue or whatever they charge, depending on your size.
Yeah.
But
well, it's interesting. Someone in the chat is like, I don't think PC gaming is affordable right now, but you can get a PC that can run most games for like $1,000, right? Maybe $1,500 will get you a decent quality PC, right? That can, not the best. It's gonna run games, right? Maybe it'll crash every once in a while on Warzone, but what doesn't?
I mean, on it, but like $1,000 PC now is like a $3,000 PC 4 or 5 years ago. You know, like
exactly.
Like the technology's gotten so much better that even if you're spending $1,000 on a PC now, that thing will destroy almost every game out there. Like unless you're streaming and recording and playing, you can play any game 1080p, 120 frames. Easy.
Fine. But the thing is, people hear that and they're like, $1,000. Like, whoa, but I can get a PlayStation for $500. It's like, can you? Or do you got to pay $1,000 to the scalper, right? And then you also got to consider you don't have to pay $60 a year for PSN.
Yeah. You get Steam, you download Steam, you download the Epic Store, you download, Uplay. I mean, you got all these
Steam
things.
Has the sales. Yeah, you can get all the sales on games like $5 and stuff. That generally doesn't happen as often on console. So, in a few years, just by not having to pay for that stuff, by getting games so much easier, like you'll probably make your money back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just for example, me and my wife and our two friends from college, we play all the time. And recently Epic was like, you know what? GTA 5, both the story and online, free on Epic. But just for a few weeks, if you get it while it's hot. We downloaded it. We've been playing it like 3-4 nights a week for a couple of weeks now. Just having a good old time on PC. No investment. In fact, Rockstar was like, hey, you're a new player. Here's $1 million in online currency. And you're like, sweet, I got a sick new apartment, some sick cars. Yeah.
I'm addicted already.
Yeah, man.
Is it still on there? Because I missed that.
It's not free now. No, you missed it.
Oh, okay.
It's I can't $13 now. It's $13 now.
No, I'll wait.
I mean, after like 5 or 6 Genshin videos, you might be able to afford that.
We'll see.
$13. Yeah, dude, I didn't know Genshin was that rough. You got to make 5 or 6 videos to make $13.99.
That's right.
Honestly, it is right.
Yeah, exactly.